Alright people, we are back at it. Another Super Sunday. I know I've been gone for a minute, but you know, sometimes you just need that little break, just to relax. But really I was trying to get a lot of this game accomplished before all the other games jump out. You know, I finally got the platinum trophy for this Transformers Fall of Cybertron, so yeah, it was a long struggle. I had to do a lot of multiplayer just to get this trophy, but it is finally complete. I am done with it. Might, save it around just in case there's more DLC, but for right now, let's get into something else. Now, I know I didn't get a chance to talk about New York Comic Con and what we seen there, but just from talking with everybody, seeing all the pictures, what's new coming out, it was kind of a letdown. I think the only good thing that came out of it was the fellas at the ACBA community. Man, those guys, they got to hang out and party, so that's always good right there. That's the most important thing. But as far as the convention itself, what's on the horizon, there was only a few things that caught my eye. I mean, of course, Figure Arts is doing it big. They didn't show anything new for Dragon Ball Z, but they did show this nice Red Ranger that should be coming out. I'm not sure when the release date is. I think 2013, but it looks damn good. I'm really impressed with this look. They still haven't shown, the weapons, accessories, what it's going to come with, interchangeable hands, but I'm pretty sure they'll do that in due time. But for the most part, it looks good. I'm really liking what they have shown so far from the Power Rangers line. I mean, some of those other ones I don't collect, but this one I'll definitely pick up. It looks damn impressive. So this month was such a huge month for Matty Collector. I mean, there's a bunch of figures coming out. But we have the subscription, so we don't need to fight the traffic. So first up, we got the Poison Ivy figure. Now I know a lot of people picked up the subscription just for this figure, so it's very nice to finally have it in the collection. White mailer box. Get that out the way. Bam. What's this? Yep, Elasti-Girl. So now you can get your Doom Patrol almost finished up. There's a few more we need out of that. And then we got the final piece, the form Voltron. If I can turn this box around. Should not have had to struggle with that box that long. We got the black line, the pilot key. So finally, after almost a year, the Voltron will be done, and I can finally open up all the other ones. So here they are, their white mailer boxes. See Elasti-Girl. Man, really nice face sculpt. I like that. And she even comes with a little miniaturized version of herself. You can see the scale between the two. I like that. It's nice. So that is dope. So I'm really happy with this figure. And Poison Ivy looks really nice. Her green skin tone they use, you'll see it better when I open it up and put her under the light. But the skin tone is just perfect. The hair is nice. I even like how she has that kind of pissed off look on her. I think that really came out nice. The detail all around. And then of course the Black Lion. God damn, this is a big ass figure. I'm actually shocked about how big this thing is. And of course Keith. He's alright. And of course the back of the box, here's the artwork. Came out excellent. I wish she came with that rose, that'd be kind of cool. Here we got all the lions in the boxes. Red, green, blue, black, yellow. Gonna finally be able to pop these open and form Voltron. I told you guys I was holding out till I got the black lion. I wasn't lying. So we got all the lions finally opened up. Maybe I should have opened them up as I got them, because those packaging to get them out was a pain in the ass. But you see all the 3 3/4 inch figures that go along with their matching lions. I know the colors have never matched up with their lions, but you understood what that was all about. Overall, you know, I'm happy with the line itself. I mean, the lines do have issues, but we knew that going in, you know, starting off to collect these things. The spring-loaded action is terrible. Oh my god, it's absolutely terrible. I hate that thing. The color scheme of each one of them, you know, the flat, you know, just basic paint, they're really nice looking. You know, I know it's not the die-cast metal or you know, the metallic or chrome paint, you know, that we were used to back in the days, but if we would have had those, I mean, these lines would have been much more expensive than what they are now, and even more so heavier than anything. But you know, I don't like the fact that they say, well, you know, we had to keep it this way, you know, for you know, issues and stuff like that for kids and stuff, because this is an adult collector line. There ain't no parent that's gonna pay this much money for their kids to collect these things. Now, eventually, you know, my son will inherit these figures down the line, but for the most part, this is a fantastic line. I really like the way each of the lines came out. They got their own look to them. The 3 3/4 inch figures, they're okay. Nothing really grand about them. I do think it's stupid that the weapons don't come out of their holsters. I don't know, and I would have liked to have their helmets removable. That'd have been really cool. But yeah, let's get into the lines themselves. So with each line, like I said, they have their own look to them. Basically have the same set of articulation. You know, you can hear that ratchet right there. It gets annoying, but hey, you better have it, you know, tight joints and loose joints. Now mine, however, has a broken spring mechanism, so it doesn't, like I said, I'll fold that in. The legs are a pain in the ass, and you push the button, you see this one doesn't pop out as much as that one does. So I guess that's a way to fix it, if you can remove that spring right there. Waiting to see a few customizers if they know a way to actually do that. Of course, this green lion makes the arm, so it has a waist joint. Doesn't have a swivel, which I'll show you when I form Voltron, which would have made this thing so much better. Now, my red lion, actually, it's so tight, it's very hard to move, and it's putting a lot of wear right around that area and right here in the middle. So it's kind of, you know, I don't really want to maneuver too much, and even right there it's getting a little stressed, so I try not to maneuver that so much. Then also forgot to show that you have these keys that came with the 3 3/4 inch figures, and you're supposed to just pop that in there, but you can just put your finger in there and it'll work the same way, and then it just kind of releases those of the cockpit. That's where you can put the figure in there. Yeah, could have done a little bit more, but for the most part it's cool, it works. Okay, so I already got most of these lines done in their robot form. You can see the legs back there, and then the arms. Now the black line itself, this is probably the best line out of all of them. I mean, it is just damn cool. The size of them, I mean, look at that thing. It's so damn huge. I mean, I gotta hold 2 hands on him just to grip him. So let's get him into his form. So you pull back those legs. You can already see you got the top half almost already done just by doing that. Fold these back. Pull this tab down, just like that. Try to straighten it out as best you can. Got that, and then let's see. Fold the arms in, and then you'll fold that around. Bam, just like that. Hands don't want to go in. Fix that in a minute. Like I said, it is time consuming just to really get everything right, because these joints, man. How the hell does that lock? Oh, just like that. You got to put this down just a little bit more. Just like that. And that locks it in. Alright, and you flip up the wings. Unfold that one. Slide it out. Slide it out. Oh, put that tail away. And then the last piece you would do, well, let's connect them first. So, can't tell if you can see this anymore. One foot's in good. Bam, just like that. So already, whoo, it's huge. So he's in there, his feet are all in there, aligned. Now, let's put the arms in. That little slot right there. Got one in, and that one. Then the final thing you're gonna do is just push the top, and there goes the head. So you can see how massive this thing is, and it's very top heavy. So you gotta kind of have to adjust them here and there so it doesn't topple over. If this thing falls, I don't know how many pieces it will go into. And you definitely don't want to break this thing after how much damn money you spent on it. But legs are in there good. The articulation wise, I don't like to move that one. So you can see the head. I can rotate like that. Head articulation back and forth. It does have a waist swivel. And then legs can't come up. So that noise just really, it's irritating and scary all at once because you don't know how. Oh man, that's gonna give. But see right here. So I'm talking about, it would have been good to have a swivel right there, so you can have a bicep swivel, but they don't. It does have a joint at the knee. You can see, let's pan down just a little bit. And then this works as an ankle pivot. So that's cool right there, I like that. So the overall aspect of this figure is so damn impressive. You know, could there be a few things here and there tweaked? Yeah, of course. But for the most part, you're paying for the sheer size, the overall look. It's so impressive when you have this thing in hand. Pictures and videos really don't give it justice. Now each of the pilots came with a piece of the blazing sword, so you can kind of collect and connect. You can see how it's separated right there. The actual sword, this one, came with the black line. You know, so you didn't have to collect and connect it, which would have been cool. I would rather have this one be the one that's separate. That way you don't get that, you know, split right there. But this sword is so damn smooth. I mean, look how big it is compared, you know, in my hand itself. I mean, it's almost like a damn dagger. So this is, it could be used as, you know, cosplay or whatnot for all you cosplayers out there. Also came with the little dagger shield or throwing star, which of course it has the placement right there. We can hook it in the lion's mouth, and each one of the lions came with a individual weapon. You know, would have liked to see more detail on it, you know, different color gray, but for the most part it works. It is what it is. Definitely think they did an excellent job with the face. The paint is smooth. There's no scratches on there, no nicks or anything like that. It just looks really damn flawless. Like I said before, the paint scheme of it is just a really flat, you know, vibrant colors, I would say. You know, the reds are, you know, they pop out, the green, all the colors just really stand out on this thing. Which that's, you know, was Voltron back in the days. You know, he was a bright, rainbowed, you know, robot. And for the most part it works for what it is. So now let's do you can compare it next to the Galactus, the MU Galactus, which is around 19 inches. You can see how much bigger it is compared to it. I mean, it is huge, and at the time this was the biggest figure I owned. And you'll see him next to Hot Toys. I mean, that's just amazing, that scale. And then we'll go down more. We got Elasti-Girl. I mean, she's as tall as just the blue lion standing up. and you go into the 3 3/4 inch cable. You see he's just barely over the, you know, not even midway at the line. And then you got Keith himself. I mean, look how much bigger the MU is compared to him. So I do respect the fact that they scaled down as much as they could. But the true scale would have probably been that right there. That's probably where the scale would be at. Now, if they would have came out with those instead, I would have respected it much more. But I understand why. But for the most part, like I said, compare next to Blue Beetle too. Like I said, this is probably the true scale for this figure itself. I mean, these guys are supposed to be able to, they ride inside the head, I believe. So that would be perfect right there. But just like I said before, this thing just towers and towers. It is so damn impressive. Chances of you getting one now are going to be really hard and expensive, because I think everyone who's got them either is keeping them or put them online, and on eBay they go for quite a bit. Now, probably Matty will release it all at one time, I would think. You know, so then again, you know, you're looking at some big dollars right there. Because I know the black line sold out fast. Well, all the lines, you know, sold out really quick, but I think the black line went the fastest. But yeah, if you can get it, definitely cop it. Let's take a real quick look at both of these figures. Now, Poison Ivy, like I said, she was probably the main reason a lot of people got on the subscription. Now, her face sculpt has changed. Well, I wouldn't say the sculpt has, but the paint definitely has changed a little bit. But it's still a good look for her. I really like the way the green came out on her skin tone. I know, you know, some people don't really care for it. It looks kind of like it glows in the dark at times, but it doesn't. But like I said, you know, most of these comic characters, especially with the skin tone as hers, because she is like a plant, you know, element, sort of say, you know, her skin tone has changed, you know, so much over the comic run of her career. So you never get a true accurate description of what the character is supposed to look like, but I think for the most part the green really works out well for her. Goes good with her costume. I mean, that's pretty much basically it. I do like the way the vines on her arms came out. They're not sculpted, they're actually a piece on here, and then of course on her leg as well. You know, I think if it was sculpted on, it would have still been nice. This is nice, they can come off, so either way I'm good, no matter what. Her hair, I would say, is probably one of the best elements on her. Now, the camera won't give it too much justice, but the red is just this nice, almost blood red. I mean, it is so damn cool. You can see it's got all these leaves and stuff in there, and it works out great. Now, she does have the standard DCU body mold, except for I wish they would have added an ab crunch. Man, that would have made it so much better. But this right here, her diaphragm joint, or whatever they call it, it doesn't, mine is kind of hard to maneuver. So you can see there, and just to give a shout out to my man Shartimus, and there's her toes. Man likes those toes. And then we'll get over to Elasti-Girl, who you can see the size comparison compared to Poison Ivy. She towers over her. And this right here is another damn good figure. You see the face sculpt is, you know, she's no serious look to her. You know, like I said, the costume works. The sculpt is cool. And she does come with that little itty bitty version of her right there. And if you lose this thing, man, it's over. You see that compared to Poison Ivy. So that's cool. They came with that, more of that fun factor. Like I said, she also shares the standard body mold as most of the females do, but it's just the size of her that really stands out. And so this is another one of those crucial characters for your collection. You know, and that's the one thing I do like about the subscription, is that you're getting those those obscured characters. And she is definitely a must get if you want to collect the whole line, especially, you know, for your Doom Patrol. I think there's only like one more character left, so that's cool. And I do like the way her hands are sculpted. I like the open hand look. She can grip people. Yeah, maybe if they would have added, interchangeable hands, that'd have been cool, but nonetheless, this is a dope figure. Well, it's taken a minute, but I was finally able to track down this damn big time Spider-Man. Found it at a new Target that opened up in my area. They had this and a couple of no, I think they had a few mass Dakins, not too many, but it's nice to see that they're actually starting to get more of these figures out. I know they went on hiatus for a minute, and now you can pretty much find them again. But you know, after I have this figure now, the paint on it's a decent paint job, except for the fact that it's not what we were shown at the con, where it was all black and then the green. The green, it just looks really funky, but it is clean. I will say that it is clean. It's just not the paint that we were expecting. But what can you do? So finally, this damn second wave is officially 100% complete. The first wave is 100% complete. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to Super Sunday. We will be back next week for sure. Brand new video. Got a lot of cool figures coming in. So hopefully they'll be in time. You never know with the mail service. But again, make sure you check us out on the ACBA page. I'll put all the links at the bottom, so definitely check us out. I know there's a few contests still going on, so jump in on that. It'll be all over the ACBA page, explaining all the contests and stuff to you guys, so make sure you guys get in on that for sure. Until then, guys.